quite a while, so let's go ahead and refresh our memory real quick. The first number I'm going to give you, Gio, is +5. That's the goal differential in favor of the Rush against Wichita in the second and third periods of a game. And when you look at the breakdown, the Rush have scored 4 goals in each of the last 2 periods against the Thunder. So clearly, when the Rush are playing the Thunder, they can just get the job done and close it out, remove all doubt.
Yeah, definitely. And we talked about it again yesterday following practice is be very physical on their defense. They have some bigger, older guys back there. If we're physical on them early, as a defenseman myself, it wears you down. And towards the end of the game, you're mentally and physically not as strong. And I think that goes a long ways.
The next number is 19. That's the number of shots on goal for the Rush in their most recent head-to-head matchup. And the Rush, ironically enough, ended up winning the game 4-2 after ending the third period tied at 2 goals apiece. It was to this day the best shooting percentage game that the Rush have had, scoring on 21.1% of their shots. They scored 2 goals in the third period on just 3 shots, giving them a 66% shooting percentage in that frame alone. So what allowed the Rush that last game on barely less than 20 shots to be able to rip off 4 goals?
Yeah, I think it was just, timely scoring. It really was one of those games where, chances were limited for both teams. And, we got the type of guys who realize when they have a good opportunity, more often than not, especially in tight, they're going to bury it. And I think that was the case.
Last number I'm going to leave for you, folks, is 25, and that is the Wichita power play percentage in the last 2 matchups against the Rush. Despite the fact that both of those power play goals came in their last matchup, it helped the Thunder tie the game going into the third period. In that exact same span, the Rush are 1 for 5, or 20%. That will go ahead and do it for our pregame show. As you can hear, the Rush have taken the ice. It is loud, and everything is pink in this arena. When we come back for our commercial break, 20 minutes will be on the clock. Starting lineups will be announced. The national anthem will be sung. We will be all set to kick off our 6th annual Pick in the Rink game here in Rushmore Plaza Civic Center. Stick around, folks. You're listening to the official radio home of your Rapid City Rush on 100.3 The Fox. Puck Drop is next. What's up? I'm looking at 25 seconds on the clock right now, but they're doing starting lineups right now. And I think they've got a very special presentation at the start just because it's the Pick in the Rink game. So we might have a lot of time that we need to pad on here and kill. So you want to go ahead and put on 2.5 minutes starting right now? Awesome. I hate to be like this too, Chase, but you're going to have to scream into this microphone. This place is loud tonight. Awesome. Thanks, buddy. I've actually been looking forward to this national anthem performance. I hear that this is one of the breast cancer survivors that they honored a couple years back. Okay. She's very, very talented, so I'm looking forward to this.
For sure.
How are we looking, Chase? 45 seconds? Are you kidding me? Okay. Add another minute. Okay.
For the singing of the United States national anthem as performed tonight by Nancy Sleeper.
Bright stripes
Okay. Well, you've heard it, folks. A beautiful performance of the national anthem has just been performed. 20 minutes are all on the clock. All that's left now is to introduce our starting lineups. But before we do, we will remind you, as always, that we are coming to you live from the Tyrell Tires press box here in Rushmore Plaza Civic Center. This is Mark Benetti, the voice of the Rush, alongside you, joined by Rush defenseman Gio Flaminio. Gio, we take a look at Coach Ferris' starting lineup, and it's a little bit of mix of speed and a lot of mix of physicality up front. It's Justin Farina centering Matt Lark and Scott Brandon on the blue line, Bobby Priest and Justin Sawyer, and in goal, the reigning goaltender of the week, Keaton Hardigan.
Yeah, I think, good mix, like you said. Some good physicality early. I'm not sure what they're bringing exactly, but I think anytime you got Justin and Bobby back there to get a couple big hits in early and some great speed up front, I expect a big game out of Matt Lark tonight. I'm really excited for it.
Wichita counters on the other side with Jason Wilson, former draft pick of the New York Rangers back in 2010. He also has Dustin Donahue alongside him and Jared Walker on the blue line. It's John Madden and former Rush defenseman Garrett Grinke, and in net, the former Ferris State goaltender and national champion finalist in the NCAA ranks, Taylor Nelson.
Yeah, I mean, Granke's going to, provide some toughness for them as well. May even see him and Sawyer go, even though probably a lies on Sawyer bout at some point tonight. But good goaltending and good man-on-man coverage for Wichita tonight. That's going to be the true matchup. If we can beat their man-on-man coverage, we'll be successful.
Taylor Nelson comes into this matchup 18 games played, a 9-5-2 record, 9.89 goals against average, and a .903 save percentage. And again, as I said earlier, he's out of Ferris State University, the second-year professional, played in the national championship game against the Boston College Eagles, where the Boston College Eagles, with actually now current Rangers defenseman Chris Kreider, ended up winning that national championship. You actually spent some time at Ferris State back in the day, is that right?
I did. I spent 1 year at Ferris State. Wasn't necessarily the path for me, so no regrets there, but did spend a year there, played at the collegiate ranks. Good hockey, and obviously their goaltender comes from a good program.
What was the Ferris State experience like for you?
It was good. Tremendous hockey. Arguably the fastest hockey I've played at any level. Really good. Enjoyed the classroom as well. Just a little bit of clash with coaching staff and off-ice stuff. Wasn't truly happy there and just didn't visualize myself there for three more years after my freshman season, and just decided to come back. But like I said, no regrets. Great experience.
What about the NCAA game makes you say that it's the fastest you've ever played?
It just truly was. I mean, I don't know if it's the conditioning and work that they force you, I guess, to put in off ice that makes guys, that strong and that fast. But it just truly was that fast. And guys wanted to get to the next level, prove a point, and it was almost that run and gun style on a nightly basis. And it really was great hockey, and you're seeing it now more with the NHL looking for a lot of their prospects more so from that level of play. So. Really good hockey, and like I said, great experience.
Well, right now we have a presentation at Center Ice. We are honoring Jennifer Liebernight, who is a breast cancer survivor. And it is, again, Gio, tonight is just an absolute emotional night, a very heartwarming event. I was actually very fortunate to be in the broadcast booth for 2 Charlotte Checkers Pink in the Rink games. And as I was explaining to our board op back at the studio Chase while we were off break a while back, that if there was any major night with the Charlotte Checkers, it was either race night or Pink in the Rink night. And it's just great to see. What really shocks me about Pink in the Rink is how widespread the idea is and how 110% everybody's invested into it.
Yeah, definitely. And as a player, it's such a cool thing because, even at the minor professional level, you know, we're still able to put these types of events together to contribute to such great causes. And I mean, obviously cancer is such a deadly and you know, vicious disease, and the fact that we're doing so much to provide something for it, you know, the research for it, and just to give back as a player, it means a lot. It's an honorable thing for sure.
Do you know anybody in your life personally that's been affected by breast cancer?
You know, my grandmother did overcome it. It was, you know, early stages, but definitely went through the chemo process, and you know, had to go out of our city limits to get treatment. I was at a young age, but still experienced it, and you know, just very fortunate she was able to overcome it.
It's absolutely incredible. The fight that they fight is so courageous, and it's extremely difficult, but it's definitely worth it when they overcome it and they do survive the disease. It's a great story as always. Well,